for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
Ticket listeners know a dream team when they see one. At Applied Connective, we've been in the game for 20 years and have developed a team of world-class leaders in all things IT. From cybersecurity and Microsoft products to physical security, audio-video, infrastructure, business phone systems, and anything in between. We'll help you leverage technology to become your most secure, efficient, and profitable. Head to our website to check out real reviews and testimonials and sign up for a free tech consultation. We can show you where you might be vulnerable, inefficient, or overspending. It's a game changer, and it's totally free. Claim yours right now at appliedconnective.com.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Cobble Chevrolet GMC, and we wanted to give a special shout out to all of our great customers, thanking you all for a record-setting year in 2024. Now let's get the new year rolling with some big savings. Right now at Cobble, we have some of the biggest discounts in the area with over $12,000 off list price or 0% APR on select new models. So stop on in the dealership or hit us up online at cobblecars.com to get true low country overhead in action. $12,000 off list or 0% APR right now at Cobble. So please stop on in or visit us at cobblecars.com. You'll be glad you did.
The Adam Carricker Show.
Like the present is exciting and the future is bright. Got a talented quarterback, now got an experienced quarterback, got his wide receiver coach that he wanted, D. Shorts from Kentucky. There's really no excuse for us to have a well above average passing game. You got Ja'Cory Barney coming back. You look at Dane Key, 6'2", 189. You look at Isaiah Hunter, 6'2", 192. Hardly Gilmore from the transfer portal from Kentucky. He's the shrimp at 6'1", 165. I'm joking, of course.
Live every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 12 to 1.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals just like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall, Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Have you heard about Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center? Located at 7555 Pioneers Boulevard, Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center offers compassionate, patient-focused care and provides outpatient surgery services, making it possible to have non-emergency surgery and return home the same day. Advanced Medical Imaging Surgery Center specializes in cardiology, vascular radiology, orthopedics, pain management, and much, much more. Give them a call today at 402-261-1085 or online at amimaging.com.
Right now, when you drive by Honda of Lincoln, you'll see more than 200 new Hondas and over 125 pre-owned vehicles. Hi, Charlie Stone here, and with me on the line is Andy Goodyear of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, how does it feel to have so many vehicles in stock again for your customers?
Charlie, it feels amazing to see how excited our customers are. They love the ability to see, test drive, and take immediate delivery of the exact new Honda they're looking for.
Do you have some good offers to talk about?
We sure do, Charlie. We're offering financing as low as 0.9% APR up to 72 months, or great lease rates on every new Honda. It's the perfect time to drive away in the new Honda you've been dreaming of.
How about pre-owned, Andy?
We have over 125 pre-owned and certified pre-owned vehicles to choose from. Just about every make and model with prices starting at under $10,000.
Maybe it's time you experience the best, the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall. Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com, because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
Welcome to The Drive with AD Raff and Ahman Green. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska East Sports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Monday. It is National Championship Monday.
That is true. Raff, good morning. How was the weekend, my friend?
Oh, it was good. It was carny.
It was carny. That's right.
It was carny.
You usually have a good time out in Kearney.
Always have a good time in Kearney. Always have a good time in Kearney.
So what was the event? How was it?
It was the Kearney Home Builders Show. It was all right. It was a little slow. It was just so cold. So cold.
Well, and so because it was indoors though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't too bad. You can't complain.
But people, they're like, stay home and watch football, or go to the Kearney Home Builders Show and walk outside. Ugh.
And they did a lot of people choose the first option.
A lot of people chose football this weekend.
Okay, sounds good then. By the way, AD is out today. He made it back from Cancun late last night. He's just taking a day to get his bearings. AG is back tomorrow as well. So both of those guys back tomorrow. It means it's just Raff and I today, which maybe makes a lot of people happy. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know, Raff.
Raff's roadies around the world. Raff and Nick together. The tag team champions of the world.
We got an exciting couple of days that we saw in sports over the weekend. NFL playoffs, Husker basketball. You had a couple other things go on. You got national championship like you talked about tonight. Some upsets in NFL. Yep. Most notably the Commanders over the Lions, right? And then that all leads up to next week's games where you have Eagles and Commanders. Excuse me. Eagles, Commanders.
NFC East matchup.
And then you have the Bills and Chiefs. And there was a lot, and I mean, understandably so, and probably rightfully so, a lot of pissed off people about refereeing this weekend. A lot, Raffy.
I'll speak on that later.
Okay, good. Well, you'll speak on that later.
And I'm gonna explain, I think, to the Chiefs fans in a way that they can understand it.
What do they have to understand?
Well, they're very upset right now because
everybody's coming at them.
Yeah, it's coming at them. Well, I'm going to explain to them why a lot of people are coming at them, and then what I see being the innocent bystander just watching football yesterday, what I see, and why I think some fans get upset with the Chiefs.
Yeah, I don't know. Did you do anything else fun this weekend? See anybody fun?
Anything else fun? Did I see any? Fun. No, not really. I mean, I saw McCarney people. Say hi to them. They say hello.
We got an exciting weekend ahead. Remington Awards are in town.
Remington Awards.
So
we got Inauguration Day today and Martin Luther King Day.
That's right.
We got stuff going on.
Yeah, a lot of people got the day off. I know there's a lot of school. I think schools are out today.
I think they are.
So schools are out today. I think I made a mistake on the radio last week. I mean, one of the few that I've ever made on the radio is that it's okay to laugh, Raff. You seem tense today.
Well, no,
what's going on?
You said it's one of the few mistakes you ever made, and I was like, I don't remember you ever making a mistake. So okay, I'm like, I'm sitting here going, true. Few mistakes. I'm trying to think back. Where?
What I thought was, Nebraska or the university started classes last Monday.
Oh,
and so I was thinking, ahead of the Rutgers game, they're going to be back in the.
There were no students there.
There were no students. So I think, do they start Tuesday? Tuesday. So they start Tuesday. So
do they still go to school there
at UNL?
Yeah,
I know. The whole Christmas break thing is just ridiculous nowadays. I mean, it was bad. It was not bad. It was great as a student when I was there 2 years ago.
Oh man, you are amazing finding those bugs.
But now I'm a staff member. I'm faculty.
Oh yeah, you're a professor.
I'm faculty.
Professor Sainer.
Starting February 3rd, I'm faculty. So the week before the Super Bowl. But who knows? Those kids in the sports media class aren't going to know what's coming.
I love this.
But anyway, maybe we'll have live reports from the classroom.
You should get some like bifocals or whatever. Hello, students.
I thought about a briefcase.
Are you gonna? Do they have to call you Mr. Sainer?
No, they can call me Nick.
Professor Sainer.
That's what everybody's joking about, but no, they can call me Nick.
Ooh, doctor.
MD's on the way.
Yes.
So anyway, no.
Doctor of broadcasting.
As always, 402-464-5685, the Honda of Lincoln hotline and the Starter Heyman text line. They're open for everybody. As they can chime into the show there. But Raff, let's get back on track here because we started a little bit late, right?
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and get back on track.
Okay.
And we'll come back and talk a little football.
Yep.
Or no, basketball first.
Basketball first.
We'll talk
Huskers.
Yeah,
Terps. Nebraska basketball. Feel free to text in your questions. We love to answer them. So, all right, we'll go to break. The Drive, 93.7, The Ticket.
At Fairway Meat Market, you're family, and as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Fairway has fresh cut meats, seafood, cheese, wine, and spirits, and a friendly staff that's always ready to help you find what you need. Stop by Fairway Meat Market today to plan your weekly meals in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Cobble Chevrolet GMC, and we wanted to give a special shout out to all of our great customers, thanking you all for a record-setting year in 2024. Now let's get the new year rolling with some big savings. Right now at Cobble, we have some of the biggest discounts in the area with over $12,000 off list price or 0% APR on select new models. So stop on in the dealership or hit us up online at cobblecars.com to get true low country overhead in action. $12,000 off list or 0% APR right now at Cobble. So please stop on in or visit us at cobblecars.com. You'll be glad you did.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club and space club and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? Nah, forget that. How about margarita clubs and old-fashioned clubs? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge for the best clubs in town. Try all 10 varieties of Upside margaritas or old fashions and take home a free souvenir glass. Grab the whole crew and pair it with taco night on Mondays or whiskey Wednesdays. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
Having diabetes doesn't have to ruin your new year. Join a Nebraska-supported program like Living Well with Diabetes. You'll learn how to manage your symptoms, feel more confident, and reduce stress about your diagnosis. Search Nebraska Living Well with Diabetes and click on the DHHS Healthy Living Programs page to learn more. Paid for by the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall. Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, realignment, or even new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at doorsplusllc.com or give them a call at 402-590-5800.
Every home is different. Every family is different. So when it comes to a new heating and cooling system, why not get what fits you best? Get the perfect fit with Bryant. Maybe you need higher efficiency, better humidity control, increased warranty, or all the bells and whistles. Bryant provides options in warranty, brand, comfort, and efficiency while maximizing savings. Call 467-1111 or visit BryantLincoln.com. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
The Adam Carricker Show.
Like the present is exciting and the future is bright. Got a talented quarterback, now got an experienced quarterback, got his wide receiver coach that he wanted, D. Shorts from Kentucky. There's really no excuse for us to have a well above average passing game. You got your Corey Barney coming back. You look at Dane Key, 6'2", 189. You look at Isaiah Hunter, 6'2", 192. Hardly Gilmore from the transfer portal from Kentucky. He's the shrimp at 6'1", 165. I'm joking, of course.
Live every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 12 to 1.
Hey farmers, join Boyk Farm Outfitters at Precision Planning's Winter Conference happening January 22nd and 23rd at Innovation Campus in Lincoln. At Winter Conference, they'll cover topics like fertilizer inputs, weed management, spraying technologies, and priorities of the planter pass, to name a few. It's your chance to see new research that'll put you and your farm ahead of the curve, and it's free to attend. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, this event's for you. Visit BoykFarmOutfitters.com for all the details and to reserve your spot today.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
M Suits Clothiers, Lincoln's favorite men's store. Family owned and operated, located 1 block south of 56th and Pine Lake Road. The end of season clearance is going on now with up to 50% off. Stop in now for best selection on sweaters, outerwear, suits, sport coat, dress pants, and dress shirts. M Suits Clothiers, your menswear store.
Experience the Landmark difference with the next level of dealer support. Landmark, your local John Deere dealer, continually works to have parts on hand the first time you walk in the door. Our internal route system means we can get the parts to you typically same or next day to keep you up and running. At Landmark, we understand time is money. Get more uptime with our after-hours parts and service support on the phone or in the field. Stop by your local Landmark today to experience the Landmark difference.
Early break.
There, I was just waiting. And then the lady appeared, and I just tried to make a joke. I said, I thought everything was free today. And she said, if you take anything out of here, we will follow you home. I'm like, I was kidding. I'm not taking anything.
You're on the list, buddy.
Yeah.
You're on the list
I
now.
will follow you home.
I've had it happen a couple times or something.
People follow you.
Early break from 6 to 8 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket. Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Monday. Scaper, you are right. Big swim, you're now dock swim.
No, I
Doc
don't know.
good and swim.
I need to figure out
Doc
an activity to do day one. We'll see though.
Ooh.
I don't know. We'll figure it out.
An icebreaker.
Yeah. I am creating a PowerPoint to tell them about myself. They said, Nick, it's a good way to break you in, get some familiarity.
Ooh.
So I got to create a PowerPoint. Haven't created a PowerPoint in quite a while.
A lot of pictures.
Yeah. Pictures tell a story.
Yes.
Anyway, Raffy, what does tell a story is the final score. Nebraska and Maryland. Nebraska on the road. They fall 69-66 to the Terps. They were down by, 7 or 9 points with 2 minutes and some change left in the game, and came back, tied it up, had a chance to knock off the Terps on the road, which would have been just a massive step in the correct direction for Nebraska after their last couple of games, whether it was against Iowa, Purdue, Rutgers, what doesn't matter. But ultimately now Nebraska sits 12-6, 2-5 in the conference, and they now host USC on Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Thoughts on the game?
What a difference 2 weeks makes.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, Nebraska's riding high. Everything's going well, and now 2 weeks later, it's like, now it's the question, is the season finished? Is it, I still think that, there's plenty of time for Nebraska to get right. It's just, they got to put, like this game here, the one that sticks out to me most about this game is right before halftime. Nebraska has the lead, and then they end up the last couple turnovers, couple 3-pointers by Maryland, and they go in ahead by 1 at halftime when Nebraska quite conceivably should have been up anywhere from 5 to 10 points going into halftime.
Yeah, Jacoby Gillespie in 36 minutes of game time goes 8 of 15 from the field, 5 of 9 from beyond the 3-point line, and drops 22 points on the Huskers defense. As a team, the Terps shot 40% from beyond the arc. Our mutual friend of the station's Jacob Bigelow tweeted out and mentioned that in every single one of Nebraska's losses this season, the opponent shot over 40% from beyond the 3-point line. Nebraska's 3-point defense has been nothing short of real disappointing and pretty bad over the course of the last 4 games or so. And now Nebraska, you have to figure out a way to bounce back, because this season is unraveling quickly.
Yes.
And while, yes, Nebraska is 12-6, they didn't have the net, the weight enough in the early part of the non-con area to make up for bad conference losses. And Nebraska had a chance to get a quad 1 win on Sunday, and they were right there time and time again. And I say it before, I've said it before, and I say it again, Raff. I don't know if this is necessarily the format or the structure, as I'm getting blinded by the light here.
Blinded by the light.
I'm not sure if this is the structure or the team that Fred Hoiberg really wants right now. And what I mean by that is you have a 7-foot guy that only played 3 minutes. You have, and part of that is because Andrew Morgan stepped up, but that puts so much more stress on Berke to play well above his talent level. It stresses, frankly, even on a day where Andrew Morgan was playing well, it stresses him to play so much better than he always does. Aaron Eulis has a good day distributing with 10 assists on Sunday, but on days where Bryce Williams just never felt comfortable, never seemed comfortable, shot 6 of 14, unable to hit one from beyond the 3-point line. Juwan Gary was 3 for 9 shooting the ball. Might not know what a backboard is because the guy tries to hit the layups without using the backboard. Like on those days,
he kind of returned. He was struggling a lot at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, turnover wise, yes, turnover wise.
They put him on the bench, and then he came back. And I thought he played better the second part of the, after he kind of relaxed, maybe, I don't know, but
settled
still,
in, right?
3 for 9 from the field. That's still, you look at those, you just have just a couple more of those shots fall, you're right there.
Well, and also on a day where, don't forget, here we go again, Nebraska 6 for 11 from the free throw line. I mean, there's that piece into it as well.
Make your free throws.
You got to make the free throws. If Nebraska, you're not asking Nebraska, I think, to be perfect. You're not asking them to be 11 for 11. But if you're 9 for 11, it's a tie ball game.
Yeah,
and you don't know how that affects things down the road. Even if Nebraska's 10 for 11, you're winning this game.
True.
Because it's not like Maryland shot any better. They shot 7 of 12 from the free throw line, essentially the same exact mark that you did. And I just, unfortunately, on a day where your big minute guys never got comfortable and it seemed like everything was so hard and clunky on offense, Nebraska was right there. But you just stress so many guys like Juwan, like Bryce, like Andrew Morgan, to do even more than they already are asked to do. And at some point, it's like when you're stretching out a rubber band, at some point it's going to snap, and it's either gonna survive and shrink back up, or it's going to break into two pieces.
Correct. Yeah, it's just one of those things. I mean, they're definitely at that point right now. They need to get a couple feel good wins. Man, you're such an angel,
I'm
Nick.
glowing.
The way you glow in the morning.
People should be looking at the stream right now. I mean, this is as bad as it's ever been. I don't know if it's like the low temperatures out there that are just blinding, but I cannot see a thing. Anyway, so
use the force.
I mean, where do you go from here, right? I think
they've got to get a win. I mean, that's the key thing right now.
Well, I think the layup, the cop out answer, or response is going to be, you got to win every single one at home. Yep. You have to. And that's going to feature a game against Eric Musselman and the USC Trojans on Wednesday. That's an 8 p.m. tip-off. Should be a good. I would assume that there's still going to be a good crowd on hand, right?
Yeah.
And then that also features a home game against the top 20, or they were top 20 before they lost on the road to Michigan State. Top 20 ranked Illinois Fighting Illini. Coming down the road.
So no cupcakes.
And then on top of that, you go to a top 15 school in the Oregon Ducks in a couple of games, Washington in the future as well. So I just think no, you got to take it one at a time. I hate that because it's a cliche reference, but I mean, Nebraska, they had 14 turnovers yesterday. And that number at the start of the game looked like it was going to be a lot more, because within the first, I think it was 3 or 4 minutes, it was before the first media timeout. So within the first 4 minutes of game time, they had 6 turnovers. It looked like, lackadaisical passes, and just the energy wasn't quite there. But Nebraska was able to kind of continue to come on back. They got a stop, and then they'd be able to score in transition. Then they get another stop, and they were able to string a couple of stops together late in the game. But I'm concerned with, Raff, the way that Nebraska finishes halves. Yeah. We saw them finish poorly in the first half against Rutgers. We saw them finish real poor in the second half against Rutgers. And we saw kind of the same story yesterday, where in between that 6 minutes of game time remaining in whatever half to 2 minutes, Nebraska's pretty good. That's where they mounted that comeback.
Nebraska's playing good basketball. Morgan was doing his thing.
Yes.
Everything was going well. And then all of a sudden at the end of the first half, and then it's like, how are we down by 1 going into halftime? It's like, and it's just, they've just got to find a way to eliminate that. I mean, you always hear the coaches say play a complete game. I mean, Nebraska is, they always talk about football, winning the first 4, winning the last 4. That's Nebraska basketball. They've got to really strive on winning those last 4 of the half. I mean, that's key.
Yeah. So I just think, unfortunately, when you look at the final, the final 2 minutes of each half, Nebraska's got to figure out whether that's free throw lines. Like, I don't think, and this would be a question for Fred Hoiberg, but it'd almost be kind of a rhetorical question, but it's just to get his comment on it, to where it's essentially like, what changes? Like, what do you want to do differently in the final 2 minutes of halves that you were doing or aren't doing in the previous 18? Because everything reigns true. The defensive intensity, the get to the free throw line, high percentage shots, get your 3-point shooters good looks, like things like that should still reign true when you're in the final 2 minutes and it's crunch time, right?
Yep.
Like when things are coming down to the wire like they frankly were yesterday morning or yesterday afternoon by the time of the second half, that's where you should really lean on what you do well. And prior to the last 3 or 4 games, one thing Nebraska does incredibly well, mostly Bryce Williams and Raleigh Wooster, is they get to the free throw line. But when you only are able to get, Nebraska as a team yesterday only got 4 different guys to the free throw line. Bryce Williams, who that's one of his main pieces of his game at times, is attacking the rim. He just shot free throws once. He was 2 for 2 from the line, and it was late in the game.
Yeah.
It was late in the game to tie it up after he got the offensive rebound off of what? Guess what? Missed free throws. Andrew Morgan goes 3 for 6. Aaron Eulis goes 1 for 2. Berke goes 0 for 1 from the free throw line. Though, when things are not going well, go back on what you do well. And prior to these last couple of games, free throw shooting is one of those things Nebraska did well. And it's real frustrating, I think, to see it. Nebraska on the boards, they out-rebound Maryland 36-32. Fouls were pretty equal throughout the entire game. They got to figure it out. They had 15 assists as a team, 13 turnovers, 8 steals. You look at the box score, Raffy, and things are pretty even.
Yeah.
And so it's like, look for discrepancies. Well, Nebraska, they owned the paint. They did really well in the paint. And a lot of that's from Andrew Morgan, who had himself a 17-point day. But Nebraska, 6 of 16 from the three-point line. Maryland, 10 of 25, including they just couldn't stop or get a guy or get an arm and whatever it might be on Jacoby Gillespie, who goes 5 for 9 from 3. Just killed him time and time again. Killed him. So it's unfortunate. So Nebraska now plays USC this Wednesday.
Trojans.
The Trojans. Eric Musselman, you might remember him as the guy in the NCAA tournament that took his shirt off and was like swinging it around after their big game. That's who's coming to PBA on Wednesday night at 8 p.m. So there you have it.
You gonna take your shirt off, Nick, if we win?
No.
Okay.
No. But Nebraska needs it. Nebraska needs it on a day where they're gonna play USC. It's gonna be a unique uniform matchup because Nebraska just doesn't get to play USC a whole lot.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a unique uniform matchup. By the way, St. Thomas, who played at Millard North High School, currently plays for the USC Trojans. He's coming back to Lincoln. So that'll be something to watch as well.
They need a win. They need a win.
Big time.
All right. Well, we'll throw it a break. We'll come back with some history. This is The Drive, 93.7. The Ticket.
Having diabetes doesn't have to ruin your new year. Join a Nebraska-supported program like Living Well with Diabetes. You'll learn how to manage your symptoms, feel more confident, and reduce stress about your diagnosis. Search Nebraska Living Well with Diabetes and click on the DHHS Healthy Living Programs page to learn more. Paid for by the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
M Suits Clothiers, Lincoln's favorite men's store. Family owned and operated, located 1 block south of 56th and Pine Lake Road. The end of season clearance is going on now with up to 50% off. Stop in now for best selection on sweaters, outerwear, suits, sport coat, dress pants, and dress shirts. M Suits Clothiers, your menswear store.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Wrestling fans, it's time to elevate your game, just like Stevens & Smith Construction does for your concrete needs. As your full-service concrete contractor, we deliver solid results every time. From singles to doubles, fighting for inside position to scrambling reversals, we know how to pin down quality and slam expectations. Stevens & Smith Construction, a proud sponsor of Takedown Tuesdays on 93.7 The Ticket, where Husker wrestlers bring you all the action. Don't stall. Stevens & Smith Construction is here to help you build a concrete foundation for the win. Check us out at www.stevensandsmith.com because stalling is a penalty and winning is the only option.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
Hi everyone, Kendall Warnock, A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. The last few years have been wild, but we've been here for you through all the ups and downs, and we'll be here for you when you need us the most, for all your travels and for your day-to-day driving. With winter conditions causing problems all over town, the last thing anyone needs this year is constant car troubles. Let us help you drive in peace and make sure you drive to work and to winter destinations safe. A1 Automotive, 11th and L Street downtown, always honest answers.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln.
Experience the Landmark difference with the next level of dealer support. Landmark, your local John Deere dealer, continually works to have parts on hand the first time you walk in the door. Our internal route system means we can get the parts to you typically same or next day to keep you up and running. At Landmark, we understand time is money. Get more uptime with our after-hours parts and service support on the phone or in the field. Stop by your local Landmark today to experience the Landmark difference.
Golfing in 72 degrees and perfect conditions in Nebraska doesn't seem possible in the winter, but it is. Double Eagle Golf is your escape from the bone-chilling cold outside and a reason to keep your clubs out year-round. Book a bay with some friends for a weekend or come by for golf and happy hour on a weekday. Spring leagues begin in February. Get signed up today. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex at West O Street. Online at doubleeagle.golf.
Ever stare at the Hog Wild menu and feel like you just can't make up your mind because it all looks so good? Well, when I want a little bit of everything, I get a little bit of everything on Hog Wild Smokestack Sandwich. On a butter-toasted bun, we pile on our hickory smoked beef brisket and juicy hot links. The hard part is choosing between fresh curly fries, classic baked beans, or coleslaw on the side. Order online at gohogwild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
Hey volleybalfans, this is Laura Dijkema, national player of the Netherlands and now the setter on Omaha's newest professional team, Love Omaha Volleyball. League volleyball is bringing the heat this year. Don't miss your chance to see Olympians, national players and national champions right here in Omaha from now through April. We can't wait to see you cheering for us in the stands. Visit lovboma.com to buy single match tickets to see me and Love Omaha Volleyball in action. Go Big Green!
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Ever stare at the Hog Wild menu and feel like you just can't make up your mind because it all looks so good? Well, when I want a little bit of everything, I get a little bit of everything on Hog Wild Smokestack Sandwich. On a butter-toasted bun, we pile on our hickory smoked beef brisket and juicy hot links. The hard part is choosing between fresh curly fries, classic baked beans, or coleslaw on the side. Order online at gohogwild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, realignment, or even new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at doorsplusllc.com or give them a call at 402-590-5800.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Monday, Championship Monday. Ohio State, Notre Dame for the national championship. All right, Nick, history.
Yeah, what you got for us today,
History. This day in 1968, the college basketball game of the century was played.
Is that right?
UCLA versus Houston at the eighth wonder of the world, the Astrodome in Houston. It was the very first regular season NCAA college basketball game that was played in prime time.
Mm-hmm.
And Houston snapped UCLA's 47-game winning streak.
That's right. They did have a massive winning streak.
I believe it was Alvin Hayes. Or is it Alvin? Alvin Hayes for Houston was their star. He scored, I think, 39. And then the UCLA Bruins had a guy named Lou Alcindor who would go on to become Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
That's right. I got a birthday, but go ahead. Keep going on your history.
Oh, I got one more history?
Yeah, whatever you want.
Okay, I got one more history on this day. And I got to remember what day it was on. Or what day it was on. On this year in 1985, Dan Marino would play in his only Super Bowl. However, he would be defeated by Joe Montana and the San Francisco 49ers. And I believe it was Pasadena, 38-16. However, this was the game where Roger, the Dodger, Craig, scored 3 touchdowns and should be in the Hall of Fame on that game alone.
Let me ask you this. Is the comparison because I had this question arise on a show on Saturday, that is whoever loses lost the game yesterday between the Bills and the Ravens, so Lamar Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
Is that a Dan Marino comparison?
Only if they go the entire career without winning a Super Bowl. Then you'll
winning it.
Yeah, you have to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Because that's crazy. You have the two front runners in that game, Lamar Jackson and Josh Allen. We'll talk about it in a second, but like those two guys, the front runners for the MVP award, and neither one's won a Super Bowl.
Yep.
They've done essentially everything. I mean, quite a bit of everything else. MVPs, right? Josh Allen's probably going to win another one, and yet no Super Bowls because there's a guy down there in Kansas City.
Yeah, and it's a thing that this is talk it's been around forever. I mean, John Elway went the first 14 years without a Super Bowl.
Yeah,
and that was the talk towards the end of his career was, well, if he don't win a Super Bowl, he can never be considered as one of the great ones of all time. And then so it's just that's the thing in sports. I mean, when it looks back on, you don't remember, the second place finishes. You remember the people that won the championships, and even MVPs for that matter. Like who won the 1988 NFL MVP? And you're like, I have no idea. Yeah. Oh, who won the Super Bowl? And you're like, well, 49ers, or so it's like,
yeah, it's easier to remember the team accomplishment, right? I think there's
I think you remember the quarterback that won the Super Bowl more than you remember the MVP.
Because that's the thing is where we had the conversation last week of are you taking Mahomes or are you taking Josh Allen? And because of the experience that you're here, that they've been here, you're taking Patrick Mahomes, even though statistically Josh Allen's having a light year season of better than Patrick Mahomes right now.
Exactly.
But you see what happens on Saturday, and what was it? The Houston Texans were the first team in NFL history to outgain opponents, have no turnovers and lead time of possession, and lose a postseason game. Like, it doesn't make sense, but ultimately we remember those things for the Kansas City Chiefs. And because the leader is Patrick Mahomes, that's why we put so much stock.
You remember the championship quarterback more than you remember the MVP. I mean, that's just the blatant truth.
I would ask you this: in a league that's not as popular, the NBA, do you remember the MVP more than the champion, the championship team? Because it feels less.
I kind of don't remember anything lately.
Well, you're right. You're right. The Celtics won last year.
Yeah, I remember that.
But I think you remember maybe the championship team more than the MVP in the NBA. And because in a game where it's so, and this is kind of bizarre to think about, where the way that they play nowadays is so independent and it's so much isolation and one-on-one basketball, you don't remember the individuals as much.
True.
But in a sport like football, where it's less of that, we do.
Yeah.
It's kind of a mind twister there.
True that.
So anyway,
that is wild. But it's like you're hard pressed to name MVPs like certain years. But man, you say the team year or whatever, and you're like, oh, quarterback.
Yeah.
I mean, even Trent Dilfer. I mean, even he wasn't that great for the Ravens. I mean, you still associate Trent Dilfer as a quarterback for the Ravens when they won their first Super Bowl.
Yeah, I just it's interesting to think about it that way because you're gonna know the top echelon of guys in like a sport like the NBA, and I'm not gonna sit here and proclaim myself a big NBA guy, but you're gonna know the top echelon of names, the Jason Tatums, the Kevin Durant's, LeBron's, obviously.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Close. You were close on that one. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander.
Oh, darn it.
Not Gilligas.
I've been working hard on my Oklahoma City knowledge.
They're remaking Gilligan's Island, and it's going to be Gilligas Island.
Gilligas Island.
So anyway, my birthday before we go to break is turning 36 years old today. A former quarterback in the NFL, Nick Foles, Super Bowl champion. Super Bowl champion.
Philly special.
Nick Foles turns 36. You might remember that there was a time where Nick Foles was a pretty sought after quarterback in free agency. He signed a 4-year, $88 million deal with the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, yeah.
Signed a 4-year, $88 million deal with the Jags. After the Jags, because he got hurt, ended up needing surgery, left the Jags in 2022. He then went to the Chicago Bears and had a 3-year, $24 million deal. And his last year that he played was in 2023, signed a 2-year, $6.2 million deal to be a backup quarterback with the Indianapolis Colts. He's done now.
He's done. He's retired at 36.
But he's not too bad.
Out there golfing. I got another birthday too.
What's that?
Turning 54 years old today. Probably one of the greatest freak specimens in the history of Nebraska football. Johnny Mitchell. Unreal talent.
Yeah.
Oh, crazy. One-handed catches galore. But, 54 years old.
There you go. Raffy, we got to break down NFL. Which ones are we starting with first when we come back? We start AFC or NFC?
I don't know. What do you want to do? I mean, do you want the pain right away and just talk NFC and get it out of the way?
Yeah, we'll talk NFC. We'll talk Commanders, Lions, Rams, Eagles.
Oh, yeah, because I got my Chiefs thesis. We'll do that.
Yes. Yeah.
So we'll get to that eventually. So.
All right.
We'll throw it to break. Just the drive. And 3.7 the ticket.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, realignment, or even new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at doorsplusllc.com or give them a call at 402-590-5800.
Ever stare at the Hog Wild menu and feel like you just can't make up your mind because it all looks so good? Well, when I want a little bit of everything, I get a little bit of everything on Hog Wild's Smokestack Sandwich. On a butter-toasted bun, we pile on our hickory smoked beef brisket and juicy hot links. The hard part is choosing between fresh curly fries, classic baked beans, or coleslaw on the side. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
Hey farmers, join Boyk Farm Outfitters at Precision Planning's Winter Conference happening January 22nd and 23rd at Innovation Campus in Lincoln. At Winter Conference, They'll cover topics like fertilizer inputs, weed management, spraying technologies, and priorities of the planter pass, to name a few. It's your chance to see new research that'll put you and your farm ahead of the curve, and it's free to attend. Whether you're a seasoned pro or just starting out, this event's for you. Visit BoykFarmOutfitters.com for all the details and to reserve your spot today. Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
If you're sick of catering from the same places every month, it's time to switch things up. Mulberry Barbecue is perfect for business lunches and dinners, family gatherings, holiday parties, wedding receptions, rehearsal dinners, and so much more. Delivery and full service options are available, and they can cater for anything from 10 people to 500 people. Call them at 402-937-7114 to hear their menu options and get your catering booked today. Mulberry Barbecue, located at 11th and Cornhusker Highway.
Every home is different. Every family is different. So when it comes to a new heating and cooling system, why not get what fits you best? Get the perfect fit with Bryant. Maybe you need higher efficiency, better humidity control, increased warranty, or all the bells and whistles. Bryant provides options in warranty, brand, comfort, and efficiency while maximizing savings. Call 467-1111 or visit BryantLincoln.com. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Have you been injured in an accident and don't know where to turn? You need an attorney you can trust to handle your case with professionalism and compassion. The attorneys at Liberty Law Group understand that a call to an attorney is a call for help. If you've been injured, we want to help you. Liberty Law's experienced attorneys are committed to the pursuit of justice for those injured. Call Liberty Law and find out how we can help you get the compensation you deserve. Call 877-42-LIBERTY. Call the trial attorneys you can trust. 877-42-LIBERTY.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies and it will be breezy and cold with an afternoon high of just 10. Tonight, mainly clear skies and a very cold night with a low of 8 below. Tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies, be breezy and warmer, with a high near 26. I'm meteorologist Kyle, like 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Load up on meat and more this winter at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. This week's special through January 29th is $2 off bacon, $2 off summer sausage, and 20% off on crackers. Locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, or 168th and Maple in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Cobble Chevrolet GMC, and we wanted to give a special shout out to all of our great customers, thanking you all for a record-setting year in 2024. Now let's get the new year rolling with some big savings. Right now at Cobble, we have some of the biggest discounts in the area with over $12,000 off list price or 0% APR on select new models. So stop on in the dealership or hit us up online at cobblecars.com to get true low country overhead in action. $12,000 off list or 0% APR right now at Cobble. So please stop on in or visit us at cobblecars.com. You'll be glad you did.
It's the new year, and it's time for a new John Deere. Acres has all new John Deere compact tractors, mowers, and Gator UTVs on sale with money-saving financing options. Whether it's recreation or landscaping, Acres has the John Deere for you. Visit your local Acres store for details. And don't forget, Acres has a full lineup of used equipment as well. Act now. These incentives expire January 31st, 2025. Financing program subject to credit with John Deere Financial. Some restrictions may apply.
Psst. You know what's better than waking up early to go to the airport? Sleeping in.
Lucky for you, the lines at the Lincoln Airport are so short and our service is so fast. You won't need to sacrifice precious beauty sleep to get here hours before your flight. So, go ahead, sleep in. You deserve it, and choose the airport that helps you relax. LNK, make flying easy.
Welcome to The Drive with AD Raff and Ahman Green. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach, Ahman Green.
Look at Green, all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Monday. That's the excitement that you've been looking for out of me, I think.
I know. I need a little bit of juice from you this
Juice.
morning.
I gotta bring that Monday juice. I mean,
Come on.
it was divisional championship. But I'll bring the juice right now.
What's that?
We're sponsored by Doors Plus. If your garage door needs maintenance, you need an entirely new garage door, give Cameron Hahn and his team a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus is locally owned and handles everything from residential or commercial garage doors, garage door openers, safety tune-ups, or custom design. Visit DoorsPlusLLC.com to learn more. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more. That's the fire right
Shout
there.
out to Doors Plus, friends of the show.
Forever.
It's been over a year.
I love it.
How about the consistency?
Boom.
Anyway, Raffi, so I participated in a trivia night Saturday night.
Did you win?
No, certainly not.
And no.
You want to know? Actually, this will be a fun story. This should have been a subject I brought up in the first segment.
That's okay.
So there's like 20 tables at this thing.
Oh,
St. John's Trivia Night. I don't know if any of our listeners out there were there. St. John's Trivia Night. And here's the thing. So it's you pay for a table and then you try to fill up the table, obviously, right? With like 10 people.
Yeah.
And we had, I think, 8 on our team.
Nice.
So it's okay. And that's fine. You got some room to move around. So they moved our table closest to the front. That's where we're at. We were like table 18 or something. We ended up tying for last.
Oh.
Here's the thing, though. There were people, so 100 questions. The winners got 96 questions right. They missed 4 questions the entire time.
Whoa.
I mean, this is, you don't know the categories before you go into it.
It's just,
you have no idea what the categories are.
Man.
And so the worst, the highlight of the night, though, I think for the entire people in St. John's, Jim, was when I had to get up and sing the 1990s jingle of Chili's, where it's the I want my baby back, baby back. I want my. So I was the only one at our table that knew it.
Oh, that knew the song.
And I thought, and it's probably, and here's the thing, this is where it's going to show off my youth. The only reason I know that is because The Office. They sing it when they have the Dundies at Chili's.
Yeah.
And so ultimately, they gave me the microphone I had to sing the Chili's theme song from the 1990s for all the people that attended trivia night. So let me know on the text line 4645685. If anybody is listening that was in the spot, let me know how we did. I say all that though to say I had no clue what was happening with the Lions because it was going on at the same time, and we can't be on our phones.
Oh yeah,
because we can't. They don't want us to cheat for trivia.
With those people that got 96, they might have used their phones.
You have to think so. However, I say all this because I pull out the phone in between rounds and I see a text message from our group thread going, Jared Goff might have just died. I mean, so ultimately, I knew it wasn't going well, but the whole thing the Lions, the defense, the injuries, it all caught up to him.
Mounted up.
It all caught up to him.
And in turnovers.
Yes.
Always turnovers.
Yes.
So yeah, I mean, the Commanders, I mean, what a turnaround. I mean, crazy. After the struggle they went through last year.
Yeah.
Let Rivera go, bring Quinn in, and then get your quarterback, your franchise quarterback, and just, man, he's playing good football right now. And then that VR company right now, they've just got to be smiling right now. So there's like,
well, and frankly, like Jaden Daniels is essentially unstoppable right now. The guy, and I saw a tweet and an article that was written about Brian Kelly's involvement in all of this, because Brian Kelly, he has him at LSU, and then he eventually, Jaden Daniels wins the Heisman. He transfers from Arizona State, wins the Heisman, gets drafted top 5, and now in his rookie year has them in the NFC Championship, has a chance to be the first rookie to ever take a team to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And that's bizarre to think about doing it with a franchise like the Washington Commanders, who has been through so much turmoil in the last 10 years, with issues involving Daniel Snyder, with the complete overhaul that you just talked about. It's pretty fascinating. And they look like a team that can truly compete with Philly on Sunday.
Yeah. And
they do.
I believe they split during the regular season, I think they did.
I can look it up for sure here. I think you're right. So the Commanders lost to the Eagles back on November 14th, 26-18. And they beat the Eagles on December 22nd, 36-33. This was the Hail Mary, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jaden Daniels throws for 5 touchdowns as the Commanders end the Eagles' winning streak at 10. Was
Roethlisberger a rookie?
No.
He wasn't.
I don't believe so. I believe Jaden Daniels has the chance to be the first.
I thought Roethlisberger.
I don't believe so. He was.
Yeah.
Oh, we're getting told he was.
Yeah, he was, because I remember he came in. Tommy Maddox got injured.
Okay.
Tommy Maddox. Let me tell you, great history with him. So Tommy Maddox got injured. Then Ben Roethlisberger came in, led him. And because I remember they had a very conservative offensive game plan in that Super Bowl because they were trying.
So this is from Sporting News, and this is where I got it.
Ben was second season.
Yeah, no quarterback has started a Super Bowl. No rookie quarterback has ever started or won a Super Bowl. Because we brought this whole thing up when
I thought he was.
We brought this whole thing up of when Ben Roethlisberger started for the Steelers in 2005.
That was his rookie year, though, wasn't it?
5 quarterbacks have started conference championship games. The first, we'll find out for sure on this, because this site's a little misleading here. It says
I'm pretty sure he was a rookie.
Specifically, has a rookie quarterback ever won a Super Bowl? The short answer is no. No rookie quarterback has won or even started a Super Bowl. Rookie quarterbacks getting playing time used to be rare, and then in the modern game, teams try to find their quarterbacks first. Few rookies, therefore, are in a position to win the way Brock Purdy had.
Okay, he became the youngest.
Yes, there is, however, a fun twist.
The youngest Super Bowl winning quarterback.
Which rookie quarterbacks have started conference championship games? 5 quarterbacks have started conference championship games. The first was Sean King with the Bucs in 2000. Yep. No rookie has done it since 2010. Ben Roethlisberger started for the Steelers in 2005.
04.
But he was a rookie in 04.
Yeah.
So yeah. Okay. Gosh, Raff, you made me think I was an idiot.
Well, I have a guy in our text line that is very adamant right now. So I was trying to think back, because I thought he was a rookie, but I don't know why I thought that. I just thought he was.
Man,
I mean, I can't be.
I stumped the Swami.
Yeah. Where's AD? Where's our Pittsburgh guru at when we need him?
I don't know. I'm not sure where AD's at right now. We haven't heard from AD this morning. Well, maybe you have.
I haven't.
Okay. I have not either. But anyway, but ultimately the end all be all, what we're getting at, though, is with the Commanders, right? The Washington squad.
Yep.
Jaden Daniels has a chance to do some rare stuff, right? But ultimately, I think injuries piled up, and then Jared Goff had essentially, in comparison to the regular season, had the complete 180 of what we've seen from Jared Goff. Think about during the season, Jared Goff had been well known for starting out, all right, 11 for 11, 10 for 10, 8 for 8, 16 for 16 at times, high percentage passing. This guy had fits from the Washington front line the entire game. They were bringing pressure right up the middle. It did not matter. Cliff Kingsbury was able to draw stuff up offensively. Things were really, really good. Great, as well as you could have hoped for the Washington Commanders. And it caused fits. Jared Goff looked uncomfortable the entire game. They knocked him out for a little bit as well. And ultimately, the 20 plus injuries on the defensive side of the ball and not having Aiden Hutchinson, it comes back to bite you eventually. Yep. And maybe this is an indication on that the Vikings aren't as good as we thought they were. Number one. Number two, maybe once the playoffs come around, regular seasons, I guess, don't essentially matter because teams like this can come out of the woodwork in any time and upset somebody.
Well, the thing too, though, with Lions is they had so many injuries on defense, like you're mentioning, that you wondered when it was going to catch up to them. And it kind of felt like maybe it had a little bit, but their offense was just putting up such crazy numbers that they were kind of protecting that defense. But then you have a game where you have the turnovers, and no matter how much, the Lions offense, they still put up 31 points, and Gibbs had a great game, but it wasn't enough to protect those turnovers. And then, the Ben Roethlisberger, it all came back to me now. He did not win Super Bowl his rookie year, like you said.
Yeah.
He was 13-0, though. That's why it was sticking out to my mind. So I knew there was something good about his rookie year. I just can't remember what it was. So.
I was 3 years old.
The Patriots won that year, actually.
In 2004.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's all come back.
I'm glad that the statistic that I brought to the show, because I've been thinking about that one since Saturday night.
Well done.
I'm thankful that
you certainly weren't thinking about trivia.
No, I was not. They had so one of the topics was "It's a Wonderful
That's
Life."
What I saw.
I don't watch that movie.
You don't watch any movies.
Oh, I watched some movies.
Star Wars?
Not yet.
Okay.
The other NFC game that we must talk about, the Rams-Eagles yesterday.
Rams-Eagles. Saquon.
I thought the Rams were going to have a chance.
They did?
And they did. They did up until the fumbles, right?
Yep.
The Eagles were able to return a fumble and extend that lead to a 2-possession lead. And then the Rams came back.
Yeah.
Like the Rams had a clear chance at this one.
Driving.
And I don't know. Are we respecting Matthew Stafford more? The move to LA, I think, has, for the outlook of his career and the way that people view him, I think the move to LA has helped him.
Yeah.
But I think we're also looking at it as like Matthew Stafford can be a dude in the playoffs.
Yeah.
He can be a dude. Puka Nacua had a great catch down the sideline. They involved they incorporated Higbee plenty of times. Kyron Williams didn't have a touchdown, but still surpassed over 100 yards on the day. The Rams weren't a bad.
Oh,
there's somebody that you didn't want to play yesterday.
They were close. If they don't take the sack on third down and even on the fourth down play, if somehow they complete that, it was crazy because you felt like after Saquon's 78-yard run that, it was done dealing. Game was over, 4 minutes left, down 13. And the next thing you know, here come the Rams.
Yeah.
And it was so close. And then you started I kept on thinking to myself, I'm like, a Rams Commanders championship.
Yeah.
Who would have had that on their bingo board?
Nobody.
Because I think you would have had Philadelphia in the championship. Philadelphia and the Lions probably would have been my selections for if I was choosing. No one had the Commanders.
Nobody.
That's just, but man, if Commanders Rams, that's one I would not have seen in a million years.
Well, and then it would have led to a pretty intriguing Super Bowl, right? Because whether one of those teams, and this is a hypothetical scenario, but if one of those teams, let's just say the Rams or the Commanders were to make it to the Super Bowl, even as it is now, if the Commanders are to somehow be able to beat the Eagles in a year of Dan Quinn and a year of new ownership, they're able to completely overhaul their roster and make the Super Bowl in year one. That's bizarre in of itself. And then on the other side, you could have, let's think about the two possibilities. One is the Kansas City Chiefs going for history as a three-peat opportunity. The other is, can Josh Allen finally get his Super Bowl? Yeah. And he wouldn't have to do it against the top 3-4 teams in the NFC. He would be able to have an opportunity to do against the Commanders.
Yeah.
And so the potential conversation topics and pieces are really fascinating when you truly think about it. If the Commanders can get it done, what's your dream Super Bowl matchup here with these four teams?
I was just thinking about that.
What would you rather have? Because I think the Commanders are involved.
All right, I'm gonna go Bills Commanders.
I was gonna lean that too. I think Bills Commanders would be real interesting.
It'd be a rematch of the 1992 Super Bowl in Minneapolis. Mark Rippon was the MVP.
I think also, and this is going to make a lot of people mad because we have a lot of Chiefs fans that are probably listening. I think Bills Eagles would be fascinating too. Think about all the offense that's in that game too.
Yeah.
And when you're talking about in a controlled environment, when a climate controlled building, the potential for offensive onslaughts are high because with playmakers like Saquon, Jalen Hurts had himself a nice rushing touchdown yesterday of like 44 yards.
And I even too, Chiefs Commanders.
Yeah.
You'd have the young upstart quarterback going against the middle-aged upstart quarterback.
Yeah.
And then you could bring back, they could maybe just say they were once the Redskins, just have the Redskins and the Chiefs.
They won't be able to say that.
Oh, come on.
Won't be able to say that. Anyway, Raffi, when we come back, we have to talk AFC. Bills get the best of the Ravens. Mark Andrews. Mark Andrews. In a year,
I saw PTSD.
In a year where Isaiah Likely had himself a pretty nice season, Mark Andrews drops the ball.
It was there. It was in his hands.
So there you have it. On top of the other one, the Chiefs beat the Texans.
Yep. All right. Well,
which you have a thesis.
Oh, I do have a thesis. I'm going to give the thesis to Chiefs fans, and I think they'll understand it.
Okay.
Maybe, but probably not. All right. Well, talk to break. Just the drive. 92.7 The Ticket.
You know what's better than waking up early to go to the airport? Sleeping in. Lucky for you, the lines at the Lincoln Airport are so short and our service is so fast. You won't need to sacrifice precious beauty sleep to get here hours before your flight. So, go ahead, sleep in. You deserve it, and choose the airport that helps you relax. LNK, make flying easy.
Hey, Reese, you hungry? You know I am, Mama. Let me introduce y'all to my canes. We got chicken fingers. They hit the spot, baby. Fries are golden crispy, Texas toast crunchy, and they cane sauce right. You got a coleslaw right here. Ooh, Lord help me. This sweet tea makes me sweet. That's what my mama said. So what are you doing right now? Get your mom to take you to Raising Cane's chicken fingers. Hello.
Garage doors can break down or quit working at the worst times. At Doors Plus, they understand that a broken garage sometimes means repair and not replace. Sometimes, all you need to make your door like new again is a few bolts, realignment, or even new balance. Trust the pros at Doors Plus to handle your garage door repair the right way so you can get on with your busy schedule. Visit them online at doorsplusllc.com or give them a call at 402-590-5800. Attention all wing fans! Buffalo Wings and Rings has daily specials that will make you want to stop in on all days of the week. Kids eat free on Mondays, and on Tuesdays, enjoy 89-cent boneless or traditional wings at a price that makes the whole family happy. And come back on Wednesdays for $1.29 chicken tenders all day long. Get to Wings and Rings today at 68th and O or in Williamsburg Village.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Cobble Chevrolet GMC, and we wanted to give a special shout out to all of our great customers, thanking you all for a record-setting year in 2024. Now let's get the new year rolling with some big savings. Right now at Cobble, we have some of the biggest discounts in the area with over $12,000 off list price or 0% APR on select new models. So stop on in the dealership or hit us up online at cobblecars.com to get true low country overhead in action. $12,000 off list or 0% APR right now at Cobble. So please stop on in or visit us at cobblecars.com. You'll You'll be glad you did.
If you're sick of catering from the same places every month, it's time to switch things up. Mulberry Barbecue is perfect for business lunches and dinners, family gatherings, holiday parties, wedding receptions, rehearsal dinners, and so much more. Delivery and full service options are available, and they can cater for anything from 10 people to 500 people. Call them at 402-937-7114 to hear their menu options and get your catering booked today. Mulberry Barbecue, located at 11th and Cornhusker Highway.
A new year means it's time to try new things. If you haven't tried Fierce Cheese Spread yet, the time is now. For the days you don't want to go to the gym, don't worry. Fierce Cheese Spread is there to cheer you up. And for the days you do get to the gym, why not celebrate when you get back with the best dip around? Get to your local grocery store today and load up on Fierce Cheese Spread. No event or party is complete without it on your table. When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Wellman Plumbing at 402-434-2400 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-434-2400.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies, and it will be breezy and cold with an afternoon high of just 10. Tonight, mainly clear skies and a very cold night with a low of 8 below. Tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies, be breezy and warmer with a high near 26. I'm meteorologist Kyle Buck, 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The Adam Carricker Show.
Like the present is exciting and the future is bright. Got a talented quarterback, now got an experienced quarterback, got his wide receiver coach that he wanted, D. Shorts from Kentucky. There's really no excuse for us to have a well above average passing game. You got your Corey Barney coming back. You look at Dane Key, 6'2", 189. You look at Isaiah Hunter, 6'2", 192. Hardly Gilmore from the transfer portal from Kentucky. He's the shrimp at 6'1", 165. I'm joking, of course.
Live every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday from 12 to 1.
93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. ProLine models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a ProLine unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Wellman Plumbing at 402-434-2400 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-434-2400.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Monday. It's chilly outside. I'm ready for summer.
Any other comments on that, Raff?
And I'm ready for training camp.
Okay.
And I'm ready for football season. And I'm ready for... that's it. I think.
I'm pretty pumped for Husker baseball season.
Baseball, I'll tell you.
Are you not ready for Husker baseball?
I got to introduce you to my buddy Adrian Raff.
Okay.
He tailgates Nebraska baseball games.
I think you should introduce me.
Yeah. Great dude.
I enjoy tailgating.
Yeah.
Anyway, so AFC, right? Let's start with the least exciting game of the two. It was the Chiefs over the Texans, right?
Texans. Yep.
Maybe the worst bad beat of all time if you're into the gambling world.
But what is a bad beat?
Where in the last moment of the game, the Chiefs take a safety.
Oh.
They intentionally take a safety, and Houston covers the spread of 9.5. It was the Chiefs were up by 10 or whatever it was. The Chiefs were up by, I think, 11, and they took the intentional safety to make it. They win by 9. The Chiefs do not cover 9.5.
Oh,
brutal.
Oh,
brutal. I was not involved in any of that action. But anyway, Big Bird, by the way, says almost feels weird to hear Raff in studio. Welcome back.
Thanks, Big Bird.
There you go.
I'm in studio all the time.
Yeah, all the time. I wonder if refs are practicing their own Mahomes drill, getting ready to throw flags if someone breathes on him. That comes from Pac Fan 72.
Mm-hmm.
What's your thesis, Raff? You've been waiting on
all
the
right,
show.
Here's my thesis on the Chiefs. So what I notice is I think what upsets NFL fans is this. Patrick Mahomes, he gets the roughing the passer call on Will Anderson. And a lot of fans are like, that's not roughing the passer. You know, it doesn't affect the play, just sort of kind of a love tap. Well, by the letter of the law, that is a penalty because they hit their helmets together. However, what happens with a lot of the NFL teams is in other instances with other players, not named Patrick Mahomes, you see the same exact play and you get the, oh, well, it wasn't that violent or whatever. So we didn't throw the flag, or they slide and they go over the top of them and they're like, well, he didn't touch him. However, the letter of the law is if they try and make contact when he's sliding down, you know, you throw the flag. Perfect instance of this last night. Buffalo game. I think it was the fourth quarter. And the Bills throw a pass. And the defensive back held the receiver.
Yeah.
However, they come on and they're like, well, it didn't really affect the play and it didn't turn. It's not it's the rules. If it's holding, it's holding. It's not, you either got to be one way or the other. It shouldn't matter who the quarterback is. If you're not, if you have roughing the passer, you've got to call roughing the passer all the time. You just can't be like, well, it wasn't violent, so we can't throw it here. You either got to follow the rules or not. And the Chiefs get a lot of advantages because it seems like they get all the roughing the passer calls and stuff like that. And I think that's what upsets NFL fans. However, you also think that has Mahomes got to, like, they used to have like the Jordan, you know, rules or whatever.
Yes.
And I feel like being who he is, he gets the calls. And I'm not Chiefs fans.
The same way Tom Brady was at the end of his career.
Yeah, Chiefs fans, don't get mad about it. You're getting the calls. I mean, Chiefs fans get all defensive, like, oh, whoa. I'm like, look, yeah. I mean, look at it with your rose-colored, your Chiefs glasses off. Just look at it from the outside looking in.
Yeah,
it's not a bad thing to get the calls, but you can't be getting upset at fans when they're like, well, that was a little, you know. You just want it called down the middle. That's all I've ever asked for is just call it down the middle. So that's my Chiefs thesis.
Well, I think a lot of it is we're starting to see them get the benefit of the doubt more times than not. I think this is just the issue, though, when it comes to refereeing. There's so much subjectivity in it.
Yeah.
And so on, like that. And every professional sport, I think, is dealing with this in their own way. In NFL, you have those types of calls, the roughing the passer, the passer. Like, there's a lot of subjectivity in it. And Major League Baseball, the balls and strikes, subjective to a certain extent, right? And in the NBA, you have the foul calls. There's when you have human referees, there's going to be subjectivity in the game. And I think there's a piece of that every single sport, professional sport, and I guess, I mean, even college sports, they're trying to find a happy balance of objectivity and subjectivity. And the ultimate decision, and I think the conclusion, is that there is no middle ground. No. There's always going to be one side of that coin that's weighted a little heavier than the other. And most of the time, it's going to be subjectivity is going to be weighted a little heavier than objectivity. And that's fine, as long as you know going in and you accept it going in, that we could absolutely get robbed of a call. A team could get absolutely robbed of a call.
Yep.
But on the same day, there's a very good chance, or just as likely of a chance, that they get the benefit of the doubt on that same day. So as much as we can slow things down and replay, like, don't forget, the NFL tried to make it to where, like, they could review pass interference plays a couple of years ago. There's a reason they got rid of it after one single year. There's a reason, and it's because when you slow things down, when you nitpick every little detail, you're taking away from the true form of the game. You're taking away from the true form of the game.
Yep.
So I think it more so, has officiating been bad? Yeah, from an objective standpoint. But part of having officiating and the human referees in the game is that you're inviting and welcoming subjectivity with the understanding that it could bring on just natural human error as well.
Yeah.
Which is really unfortunate, right? Which is really unfortunate because we are able to make conclusions at the end of games and say, yeah, this call could have dictated the final outcome, or they should have gotten another untimed down. Like PacFan 72 says BS, and like, I get it. I get the frustration.
I just upsets me as just when there is an infraction, but they don't call it, and they're like, well, it didn't affect the play. I'm like, no, it's a penalty. It is a penalty by the letter of the law. You can't decide, well, this doesn't affect the game. No, if it's a violation, it's a violation. I watched that last night. Like, the guy grabbed, I think it was Shakir, and I'm just like, okay, that's pass or at least holding. And don't have to be pass interference, but it's holding.
And there was moments I was really frustrated. And PacFan 72 makes a good point. Mahomes is taking advantage when he runs and pretends he's going to stop. Like, there was the moment where he runs towards the sidelines and then stops right before he gets out of bounds to try to draw it. That stuff pisses me off. Yeah, like, don't get me wrong on that part. That's stupid.
And he does. He uses that. He's not. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is probably one of the most smartest IQ players in the history of the NFL.
Yeah.
And he's not stupid. He knows that these defenders are taught, okay, you got to lay off him because you don't want to get roughing it, and he knows that.
So let me ask you this, Raff. Is it then important to blame Mahomes, or is it important to blame the referees? Because is it only an issue if they call it?
Yeah.
And that's
he knows that.
He knows that because,
but he also knows that if they do hit me, probably going to get a penalty because so it's like these, like, I was laughing, they call it where he slid and the guys went over the top of him. It's like, well, if they lay off, he's gonna, keep on running right by him. So
the Kenny Pickett slide, where it's essentially
the late slide.
The late slide. I mean, don't get me wrong, that stuff frustrates the crap out of me when you see him just let up because he's going out of bounds, because the game is tailored to be so difficult for the defensive players nowadays.
Yep.
So difficult. Whether you're a DB in pass coverage or whether you're a linebacker trying to, pursue the quarterback, it's so much more difficult than it was 10, 15 years ago for defensive players. But ultimately, it's stupid because I sit here and go, should Mahomes be doing that? Absolutely not. And is it annoying that he does? Yes. But also, what's worse in my eyes is if the officials call it.
Yeah.
If they don't know going in, hey, this is something we need to look for. This is something we need to watch. Then at some point, like, you have to, the officials have to put their foot down and say, if you do that, we're not going to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Yep.
And until they do that consistently, Mahomes is going to continue to do it.
Yeah, and I always laugh how upset the Chiefs fans get. I'm like, you're getting it. Enjoy it, But I just the bounce back from them, like, It's like, so you're admitting, it might be wrong, but no, I'd like it down the middle, and I'll watch these games. I have no interest in it one way or the other. Could care less. And you'll see stuff and like, well, it didn't affect the game. It doesn't matter.
There were multiple times this weekend where I felt like it was warranting a hip drop tackle too. There was a couple instances. I think there was one in the Chiefs game. I think there was
one in the Ravens-Bills game last night.
There was one in the Ravens-Bills, and then I know for a fact there was one in the Philly and Los Angeles Rams game. Yep. And not a single time was one called. And it's like, once again, it's where do you place the blame? I choose to place the blame on the league and the officials more so than the players, because once again, that was one of the biggest changes in the rule book this last offseason. That was one of the that's one of your like priority things of focus going into this season was we're going to watch for and identify hip drop tackles, and we're going to try to take them out of the game. And now on the biggest stage, when your four of your best refereeing crews are supposed to be working, you miss 3 of them.
Okay, so here's a question for you for tonight. Will there be a targeting penalty called all night long?
Ooh.
Because how do you go? How do you throw it? Let's say Caleb Downs hits someone early in the game.
Well, and exactly. And
do you throw him out of the game, or do you just see it's stuff like that? It's like, are we just doing it when it doesn't matter, or tonight that it matters?
I think unfortunately, whether it's Notre Dame or Ohio State, I think you're going to see things hopefully called objectively. This is where it sucks because we're able to look in the middle of a season and go, okay, there was one major call in week 3, one major call in week 5, week 9, and then in the national championship game. You're able to string calls together. However, a whole entire league or the NCAA or college football as a sport, they aren't able to change the way they call games or the way they tell their officials to call games in the middle of the season. They just can't. They can't issue it.
Yep.
So when you notice something in weeks 2, 3, 4, 5, and notice the same thing in weeks, in the postseason playoffs and in the national championship game, it's going to just pile up until they address it in the offseason.
Yep.
So once again, I've said my stance on the targeting rules. I think it needs to be a tiered system. I think it allows for a little more flexibility within the rule. I think you need to figure out a way to where you manage the rule, but you don't have to go to such extremes when deciding if it's a penalty or not, because you have to be concerned with the pushback of, man, we're about to kick this dude out of the national championship game.
Yep.
No, instead it can be you're given two chances at targeting essentially. If it's a targeting one, you're going to be, it's 15 yards, automatic first down, and that's your first essentially like unnecessary roughness. Essentially like unnecessary roughness. You get 2 a game.
Yep.
And if you use if you have all 2, then guess what? You're gone.
I just say we go to fining them.
Fining the college players?
Yep. Now that they're getting paid, I keep on thinking of that third string safety that's not getting any NIL money.
Yeah, had to come in.
And you owe $10,000.
Had to come in because the dude lost his helmet.
And you now owe $10,000.
Yeah. Hey,
All
Mom,
right.
Dad, I had to go get a loan from a local bank to pay a fine in the college football world. But anyway.
That'll cut down on the targeting. All right. We'll throw it to break. Just the drive. 93.7 The Ticket.
At Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical, we're ready, reliable, and recommended. Water heater acting up or your sump pump on the fritz? Call Action. Summer's around the corner. Is your AC working? Are you sure? Call Action. Electrical problems? I'm telling you, call Action. Call Action for a free same-day estimate or a trusted second opinion. You heard that right, a free same-day estimate. 402-423-6960. ActionLincoln.com.
The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
When you need a new water heater, nothing beats the ProLine family of water heaters from A.O. Smith. Proline models are built using commercial-grade components, meaning they're built to help you tackle your toughest days. No matter if you need a gas or electric model, A.O. Smith has a Proline unit for you. A.O. Smith, innovation has a name. Call Wellman Plumbing at 402-434-2400 for a great deal on a water heater today. Again, that's 402-434-2400.
Hello.
Angela, we have to break up.
But why?
Because you're a robot and I'm just a guy trying to get better internet.
It's Aloe Fiber, isn't it? I always knew you wanted faster speeds. My contract isn't good enough for you.
Face it, Angela, they let me talk to real people.
Press 4 to break my heart. Oh wait, you already did.
Visit aloefiber.com to switch today.
Hey there, fellas. It's your girl, Jordan, with Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Let's talk commitment. And what better way to do that than with some shiny, sparkly jewelry? Am I right? Now, I'm not suggesting you have to rush, but if you're considering making a significant move, do your planning. We offer financing and payment plans. Lock down your selection with confidence. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
Bagels and Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. You can't go wrong with one of their great bagel sandwiches or breakfast burritos. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln or their location in Seward. Bagels and Joe. 93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize before participating in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the K&TK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeit. Thank you for participating in our contest, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Raising little ones is a big job, and you do your best to give them a good start every day. That means making sure they're well cared for while you're apart. You work hard, but it's not always easy to make ends meet. There may be help. Find out if you qualify for Nebraska's Child Care Tax Credit for working parents. You could be eligible for a credit of up to $2,000 per child on your next tax return. Learn more at nebraskachildcaretaxcredit.org. Brought to you by First 5 Nebraska and Nebraska Children and Families Foundation, and aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
The dangers of secondhand smoke are well known. But what about secondhand aerosol, which is created when using e-cigarettes? Science already shows a secondhand aerosol can contain nicotine, heavy metals, and cancer-causing agents. Eliminating exposure to secondhand aerosol is an important step to keeping everyone safe. Breathe easier knowing the facts.
For help quitting, call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Monday. Before we get to Ralph's good take and all the good stuff, all I can say is this. That 2-point conversion, Bills, Ravens last night, I flashed back to 1983 in a bad way.
How so?
The way he came out of there and threw the ball, I flashed back to Turner Gill throwing the 2-point conversion in 83. And then I started thinking to myself, I think I am kind of glad now that I went through all these years to where the ball got tipped and hit off Jeff Smith's shoulder pad instead of the Mark Andrews way. I think the last 40 years would have been even worse, having to think back. And if there was a one player that dropped the pass in 83.
Yeah.
So at least the tip, you can be like, well, I got tipped by a Miami player. And it was a Ken Calhoun, I believe. Or whatever.
Yeah, you got to feel for Mark Andrews because he had the fumble earlier in the game. And then he has
I mean, it was right in his breadbasket. I mean, he makes that catch. So, yeah, I was like, I had 83. I was like, oh, my gosh. I was like, then I had to bring myself back to 2025.
Yeah. 2025, here we are. Raff, what you got for a little RGT
Well,
action
before we
today?
do that, who's winning tonight?
I think Ohio State wins.
What?
I'm gonna say I'm gonna be unbiased on this. I want Notre Dame to win.
Okay.
I think Ohio State wins though. I think the offense is too overpowered. I think
Yeah.
there's gonna be like Notre Dame's defense is as good as anybody in the country.
It's going to be interesting to see because Notre Dame plays man-to-man. So it'll be fun.
Yeah, and they don't care. Like they're not concerned with the Al Golden, the defensive coordinator for Notre Dame, who is probably going to be the Cincinnati Bengals defensive coordinator after this season.
Yeah.
He essentially was like, look, we're going to do what we do. We're going to play man to man.
I'm excited to see that.
I am too. I like they have the best defensive back in the country, probably in Xavier Watts.
Yep.
Former shout out to Omaha Burke, right? But then ultimately, I think the key here is how well is Notre Dame able to run the ball? Because are they able to run the ball effectively with Jeremiah Love and their guys in the backfield? How much do Riley Leonard's legs get, depended upon? You'll remember against Penn State, Notre Dame wasn't essentially able to run the ball in the first half a whole lot. And it was Steve Angeli who, after Riley Leonard got hurt and taken out of the game, went 8 for 8 passing and essentially allowed Notre Dame to score some points before halftime before Riley Leonard came back into the game.
Well, if you look at Notre Dame's running game, you take out that 98-yard rush.
Yeah.
They
Their
have
offense
the last
just hasn't
couple.
been
They
great.
really have not, it's been their defense.
So I mean, they lead all of college football in takeaways. I think if the recipe for Notre Dame tonight is that they use the game clock, they let it eat, and that they get a couple turnovers. I think they have to win the turnover battle. And then I think red zone offense for Notre Dame is going to be big because Ohio State's one of the best, if not the best, defense in red zone defense. And if Notre Dame can make it touchdowns instead of field goals, I think they're going to be right in this thing. However, if they allow explosive plays over the top to guys like Jeremiah Smith or Emeka Ibuka, that's where things get into trouble. So I'm surprised that it's a 9.5 point spread. I think it's going to be like a 6.7 point differential. But I do think Ohio State probably wins. I hope it's Notre Dame though. I hope it's Notre Dame. What about you?
I think I'm with you. I think Ohio State. However, I do a lot of flashbacks to like the 80s. I think that was probably my prime sports time, but I think it was the 85 Orange Bowl, Miami and Penn State. Everybody thought Miami was going to be loaded and have all that. And then Shane Conlon and the defense took control of that game with interceptions and stuff. So I think it's one of those games. I think this game is a Howard game. I think he's going to control,
I mean, yeah, you think about these two quarterbacks,
if he starts giving
right?
the ball away, then it'll be a Notre Dame game.
Yeah, this is why you go out and get quarterbacks from the portal. Will Howard, you go out and get a Will Howard from Kansas State. If you're Ohio State, for Notre Dame, you went out and got Duke's Riley Leonard. So both quarterbacks have now led their teams to a title game, and we'll see which one's able to get over the mountaintop.
Yep.
So there you have it. 6:30 kickoff there, which means probably about 6:50 p.m. kickoff.
Perfect.
After all the festivities.
Perfect.
So what you got for us today, Raffy?
All right, everybody. Today's Raff's Good Take goes out to the Lost Pets of Omaha area Facebook page. I don't know if you've seen this, Nick, or not.
I have not.
They've got a drone.
Is that right?
So if you have a lost pet or whatever, this drone goes up in the air, and we've heard all the crazy things about drones lately, but I mean, this is like one super cool thing. So they take their drone up and they look for your lost pet.
Wow.
And I was like, that right there is a Raff's Good Take, because I got the boxer Lolo, and if Lolo ever got lost, I'd want that drone up in the air. So Lost Pets of Omaha area Facebook page, Richard Eaton drone pilot. You guys are. Ralph's good take.
There you go. All right, Raffy, we got about 45 seconds left in this one, so we're both going to Ohio State tonight, 6:30 kickoff.
And I'll be rooting for Ohio State, too.
Is that right? Wow. We're going to be watching the game together, and we're going to be different.
Yep.
There you have it.
But we both can win.
We can.
So, all right, everyone. Have a great rest of your day. Be nice to each other, and we will talk to you tomorrow.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Raising little ones is a big job, and you do your best to give them a good start every day. That means making sure they're well cared for while you're apart. You work hard, but it's not always easy to make ends meet. There may be help. Find out if you qualify for Nebraska's child care tax credit for working parents. You could be eligible for a credit of up to $2,000 per child on your next tax return. Learn more at nebraskachildcaretaxcredit.org. Brought to you by First 5 Nebraska and Nebraska Children and Families Foundation and aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Bagels and Joe is the best place to start off your mornings, and you can order your breakfast ahead of time on their app. You can't go wrong with one of their great bagel sandwiches or breakfast burritos. Stop by any of their 4 locations in Lincoln or their location in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies, and it will be breezy and cold with an afternoon high of just 10. Tonight, mainly clear skies and a very cold night with a low of 8 below. Tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies, be breezy and warmer with a high near 26. I'm meteorologist Kyle Huck from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. It doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
The dangers of secondhand smoke are well known. But what about secondhand aerosol, which is created when using e-cigarettes? Science already shows a secondhand aerosol can contain nicotine, heavy metals, and cancer-causing agents. Eliminating exposure to secondhand aerosol is an important step to keeping everyone safe. Breathe easier knowing the facts.
For help quitting, call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters